At California Psychics, we know that sometimes you can wake up thinking,
I don't know if I'm in the right career. Ew. Or the right relationship.
but whatever your life dilemma, at California Psychics, we'll give you the guidance you need to feel certain about your life choices. And because we only connect you with the very best, we guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Okay, hear me out. When your plumbing backs up, I want you to think of me. That's right, the Ted Smith. Because my name means money-saving discounts. The Ted Smith is going to save you $100 when our pals at Piggy's Plumbing clean your crappy sewers. Yeah, they call me Old Sewer Smith. And that means you save. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, say my name. The Ted Smith, Piggy'sPlumbing.com.
Places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens.
They're clucking.
Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics. Happy Thirsty Thursday and happy 4th of July Eve. Steve, I know you and I have both not visited a fireworks stand yet.
I realize this is like Christmas Eve when it comes to the 4th of July.
Well, great news. Someone did visit the fireworks stand at Boom City yesterday on your daughter Tatum's behalf.
Your dad did it.
My dad did.
I had a feeling because when I saw you, he did it again.
He brought her the princess parachute that she got last year. I think, did it land on a roof last year?
It landed on our roof. Thankfully, we were able to get it because it landed right at the edge of the roof. So I'm not a big ladder guy, but I was able to get that one. But dude, you have no idea. My daughter has talked about this thing so many times, and I was like, oh man, we got to figure out how to get it because she loved it last year.
My dad went back to the same stand, talked with Rocky and Josh. They hooked him up, and he was so excited. He texted me, "Are you home? Because I'm bringing by a present for Tatum." So he was very fired up.
It's really cool that he brought something for Tatum. However, I know Lily went home. Where is my emo princess parachute for Danny, Taryn?
It's sold out, man.
Totally sold out. Very popular.
All hands were on deck. We were all trying to find the emo fireworks, and for some reason, they're all not there.
I'm so pumped for Tatum, though. That thing looks so cool.
It's rad.
Plus, it saves me a trip to the fireworks.
Right? All the business has been handled. But you have to let us know where the princess ends up.
Oh, I'll be sure to get video like last year. Dude, it's so funny because I saw your dad at the Mariners game. We're just BSing. He goes, 4th of July is coming up. I'm like, yep. He goes, feel like Tatum might need another one of those princess fireworks. And I was like, I hope she does.
Yeah.
I was wondering. This is amazing. I might be more fired up than Tatum.
That's so awesome.
Please tell the National Treasure that he is the man.
You know that I will.
Yes.
Let's inform these Rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law, and it's National Fried Clam Day. So do what you will with that information. I don't know if you can Urban Dictionary that.
I do like
fried clam.
I do like my clam fried.
I bet you do.
I do.
Oddly enough, yesterday I went to a restaurant that I have not been in. I don't know why it made me think of it because it's seafood.
Sure.
I went somewhere I haven't been to in years, and it was on a whim, and I'm so glad that I went. Any guesses?
A seafood place?
Seafood place.
Ivers.
Ivers. Incorrect. Danny. Duke's. No. Think a place that is was going bankrupt.
Oh,
Red Lobster.
Red freaking Lobster.
You went to Red Lobster?
Because I had wrestling training last night in Everett, and we had to fix the ring, so we didn't really get to do much. And then one of the guys was like, I really want to eat that, like, the seafood boil at Red Lobster. So then, like, as we're still doing stuff at the training facility, Red Lobster just keeps coming up. Finally, one of the guys was like, look, let's just leave and go to Red Lobster. Everyone's talking about it. And I was like, I could get home early, or I can go to Red Lobster. And I did just that.
Did you get a cheddar biscuit?
We had lots of cheddar biscuits on the table. Those are so, they never change the taste.
I could
of
eat that
those.
like popcorn.
I know. Those things are so freaking good. I mean, it's exactly the same as as it was the last time I went, except the prices are a little bit more.
Do they have a picture of Flavor Flav on the wall?
No. But when you use the bathroom and you flush the toilet, it goes, Flavor Flav.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Hey, how about yesterday, the Seattle Mariners? Let's go. Right. Julio Rodriguez, again, the roller coaster of emotions with Julio. 1 minute, you're like, oh, man, what the hell's going on with this guy? Next minute, you're like, he's driving in RBIs, helping the Mariners win the game. Also, Randy Arozarena continues to have a hot bat, another home run. So things are looking good going into the All-Star break. They beat the Royals yesterday 3-2. They're playing them again tonight. So let's hope that their winning ways continue.
I love that so much.
Also, and shout out to Cal Raleigh, been named to the All-Star. I mean, we all knew he was going to be at the All-Star game, but he's been named as the starting catcher for the All-Star game, which is happening next week.
Big Dumper's obviously like a household name here in this area, but I feel like on a national level, he is finally getting the recognition that he deserves.
It's kind of
so
fun.
Cool.
It's fun seeing that he's like the talk of the baseball world.
Totally. Also from the world of sports, the Seattle Storm are going to be unveiling a statue to honor Sue Bird, and it'll be outside of Climate Pledge Arena on August 17th. This will be the first NBA team to do something like this, to honor a former player with a statue, which is very exciting.
How many statues are we going to have outside? Am I getting a statue next?
Right out front here, yes.
I lived a block away from the Space Needle in the Seattle Center.
She had a 21-year career with the Storm. They're going to be doing this big press conference and a fan fest and the Forever Sue game. It's going to be really fun, and that's a big deal for her.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
And I love that that's adding just more flavor and personality to that area.
Yes.
You know, I think the more statues, the better. If we just had like a whole block of statues, I don't know who's next, but let's just keep the statues going.
I like it.
Maybe Sean Kemp and all of his kids.
Oh, that would be great.
That'll take up an entire block. Hey, as far as weather, we're hitting a high of 71 degrees today. It's going to be a nice, clear day. The DMD brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, and that's what's up.
Daily Migs Show.
Cal Raleigh is indeed the talk of the baseball world, and not just here in Seattle, but everywhere else. So what happens when the Big Dumper is on PMS?
Not that kind of PMS, though.
What does that even mean?
Or maybe.
We're going to tell you at 6:20.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Okay, hear me out. When your plumbing backs up, I want you to think of me. That's right, the Ted Smith. Because my name means money-saving discounts. The Ted Smith is going to save you $100 when our pals at Piggy's Plumbing clean your crappy sewers. Yeah, they call me Old Sewer Smith. And that means you save. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, say my name. The Ted Smith, Piggy'sPlumbing.com.
Look around. Every car you see is probably on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars. As for flying cars, well, we're ready when they are. If you see a car you like, find it on AutoTrader. That's our kind of thing. AutoTrader.
The legend of Big Dumper has certainly gone national. Everybody is talking about Cal Raleigh.
Absolutely.
That's our guy. And he was a guest on the Pat McAfee show recently. And of course, they had to chat about his awesome nickname. And it all relates to the size of his booty.
We have learned about you because it's the greatest nickname I've ever heard about in sports. Big Dumper. Now, we were told by Jet.
It is funny when I think about like how we're just kind of immune to it in a sense. Like we're just used to it because it's been a couple of years of him being called Big Dumper. It was cute at first, but now it's just his nickname.
Yes.
And now it's funny to see the national level of all like the media people and all the baseball fans across the country being like, wait a second, there's a baseball player whose nickname is Big Dumper.
What does this mean?
We were told by Jet Passon that your mom maybe doesn't love Big Dumper. So we started saying Big Thumper a little bit, because it's in the ballpark, but it's more so thumping a ball or doing that. Does your mom hate Big Dumper? How do you feel about Big Dumper, the nickname?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the one you write up, right? As far as nicknames go, but
I wish he would refer to himself in the third person like Ricky Henderson used to, but only when he's speaking about being Big Dumper.
Yes.
Like Big Dumper loves the nickname. Big Dumper's mom is okay with it.
No, my mom's learned. She's learned to love it, so she's all good with it. I think it's great.
Yeah, when he's getting that paycheck, I'm sure she's like, you can call my son whatever you want if you're giving him $10 million.
Everybody here in Seattle loves it, and more fans now, they're wearing Big Dumper jerseys than they are Raleigh jerseys. So it's become like a little fan favorite thing.
Okay,
that was the crazy part. I think, Danny, you were saying how your girlfriend was looking for a Big Dumper jersey before it became easily available at the team store.
Well, we saw it. We literally saw it, and she was like, "Oh, I want that," because she also has a Big Dumper, and she was like, "That's been my nickname since I was forever," and she was like, "That's amazing." And so I told her about Cal Raleigh, and she was like, "Oh, I want that," but it was kind of pricey, and she's like, "Oh,
you want a Big Dumper jersey? You got to pay big money for it."
She's like, "I'll get it next game." Curse of the next game, and we go to the next game, and completely sold out, and we were just like. She almost cried. She was like, I should have just bought it last
Well, I feel like now it's easier to get.
Maybe. We didn't see it last time we went. I went and looked. They had the shirts. But she wanted the City Connect, Big Dumper, 29. And
on the back, yeah.
Could not find it.
Oh, man, that would be... I'm not here to give free money out to other companies, but Simply Seattle needs to make... Remember the Juicy sweatpants?
Oh, my God.
That said Juicy on the back? Make Mariner-colored sweatpants that say Big Dumper on the back?
I'd invest.
You're freaking printing money at this point.
Okay, so we can say Big Dumper and sleep soundly at night, not knowing we're not.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Dumper.
Yes, I think that's how the Mariners announce him when he comes up the plate. Ladies and gentlemen, now up for your Seattle Mariners.
Gentlemen, Big Dumper.
So he's going to be taking part in the Home Run Derby, part of the All-Star game next week. And what's really cool is his dad, Todd, is going to be pitching to him during the competition. So this is Cal talking about that.
And his dad's name is Old Dumper.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I'm super excited to be doing it. It's kind of one of those dream come true kind of things. As a kid, you always, you find a fence somewhere and you pretend to play Home Run Derby with your buddies, and getting my dad to throw to me. I'm going to have my little brother. He's going to be behind the plate catching for me. He's 15, so.
So now he's got father and brother. Little Dumper. Old Dumper. And Big Dumper. This is like a children's book waiting to be written.
I love it.
Is he a catcher as well? Your dad's a catcher, right? Former catcher? Is he a catcher
yeah,
as well?
My dad was a catcher. My little brother, he's 15. He's a catcher right now. He's playing the whole travel ball thing, and so he's pretty jacked up about it, too.
And he's got a huge dumper as well.
My question is this, though. Do we even know, did he inherit the big dumper from his dad's side or from mom's side? Maybe mom's got a big dumper, too.
Oh, man. We got to get them all out on the field.
Yeah.
That'd be funny if their picture is not their front. It's just all their butts. That'd be pretty. Did you ever, did either of you ever play wiffle ball?
Of course.
Danny's like, no, of course not.
I never played sports, period, Steve.
We need to do that. At some point, we should play all the youth sports with Danny so he can
just make him feel terrible about himself.
Oh, no, I was thinking that way he could speak, in experience, be like, oh, yeah, I used to play wiffle ball too. And oh, what, when you were 6, 7? He's like, no, when I was 36. But we used to do that all the time when we play wiffle ball, the neighbor's house across the street, from my driveway. We would do home run derbies.
Yeah.
And of course, but the neighbor that was across the street hated that we played wiffle ball and hated that our wiffle balls would land in their front lawn, and because it would go over a fence.
That's the home run line, obviously.
Right. It was always, and their fence had bushes, so we would pretend that was Wrigley Field because it was all green and stuff. But yeah, we do that all the time.
That's so much fun.
Home run derbies were always a blast.
Yeah, I would. I'd do a home run derby with you guys.
Oh, would you?
I would. It is so satisfying hitting a wiffle ball.
Yes. Were you a thin yellow bat wiffle ball person or the big ass?
Oh, I like the
bat?
big one. I like the big one.
The big jumper bat?
Yes, that's the one.
We like the yellow one because we would cut the top off, stuff it with newspaper, duct tape it back up, and that was our version of corking the bat.
Oh my God. You got to go to extremes.
I did love that I saw on a YouTube clip that shared the Pat McAfee show, and everyone's just talking about, I love that big dumper's being talked about on the national level, this, then the other thing. Of course, there's always that one negative Nancy.
Oh, let's hear it.
The person wrote, bro went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts after this interview. Way to go, Pat.
God, shut up.
The Daly Migs Show.
Ozzy Osbourne is set to play his final show Saturday in Birmingham with a Black Sabbath reunion. And if you are a big Ozzy fan, we would love for you to call in right now. You're probably still in town because it's way too expensive to travel there. So if you're a huge fan of Black Sabbath, Ozzy, and you're not going to the show, call 206-803-ROCK and we will take your calls after Foo Fighters. Saturday, Ozzy Osbourne is performing for the final time. It is the Back to the Beginning show with Black Sabbath and a bunch of other bands. Over the years, though, Ozzy has just collected crazy stories. Yes. And some of them seem almost completely unbelievable, but a lot of them are very much true. So we want to put the Ozzy fans who are listening to this show to the test. We're going to share a crazy story about Ozzy, and you have to decide if Ozzy did it or not. We're going to play Did Ozzy Do That? Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's start with Greg in Bremerton. Oh, Greg. Hello?
Greg.
Hello?
The first thing we hear from you is the F word in true Ozzy spirit.
Oh, no, man. I have people asleep. Are you talking to me?
That was so Ozzy of you.
Don't do it again. But yeah, please don't keep the spirit going.
I hope you're not talking to me on the air.
We are. All right, Greg, we're on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Greg, we can move on to the next caller if it's going to be this difficult.
Oh, Steve, I am ready to go to Tracyton.
Oh, yeah.
Right
we'll
on.
See
Well,
you at the men's room party.
Let's stay on target.
He told me a signed T-shirt. I looked at it yesterday online, and I'm like, I want that T-shirt.
Awesome. How about we play the game there, Greg?
My wife says I can body slam you.
All right, let's move on to Taylor.
Taylor in
Jeez,
Monroe.
Dude, how many cues can we give you to say, hey, let's stay on track? That's awesome that your wife says you can body slam me. We'll do that next time. But right now, let's play a freaking game.
Good morning, Taylor from Monroe. We're going to play Did Ozzy Do That?
All right, Taylor, are you ready? Back in 1982, thinking it was a rubber toy, Ozzy bit into a bat thrown on stage in Des Moines, Iowa, and had to get rabies shots. Did Ozzy do that?
Yes, he did.
You are correct. That was the easy one.
That's a good
like.
one.
All right, let's go with another one. He once snorted a line of ants on tour with Motley Crue. Did Ozzy do that?
Yes, he did.
Bam, you're crushing it, Taylor.
Taylor's
Thanks for
good
the
at
call,
this
man.
game.
You rock.
Todd from Tacoma, we're going to play the game with you. Did Ozzy do that? Are you ready?
Oh. Ready.
He once tried to legally change his name to Dr. Batfreak.
Did not.
You are right.
Look at these guys are crushing it this morning so
they're
far.
freaking Ozzy, Taryn. Except for Greg.
All right, here's another one. Todd, in 1982, Ozzy dressed in his wife Sharon's dress because she hid his clothes, and then he drunkenly relieved himself on a sacred monument and was banned from San Antonio for urinating on the Alamo. Did that happen?
Did.
It did. Crushing it.
Nice work, Todd. All right, we've got one more. It's Doug from Everett. What's up, Doug? Are you ready to play Did Ozzy Do That?
All right.
I am.
Ozzy Osbourne once shaved off his eyebrows mid-interview on MTV. Did Ozzy do that?
I'm going to say false.
Oh, we finally got someone getting one wrong. He actually did do that.
I had not heard that story.
Honestly,
I don't remember it.
Until I went down this road of Ozzy facts and stuff, I was like, he did not do that. He's out of his freaking mind.
I can't believe they grew back.
I know, right? Like, it's already, Ozzy's a little off-putting as it is. Then you shave his eyebrows off? Extra creepy. All right, how about one more for you? He accidentally fired all of his roadies mid-tour after thinking they stole his socks.
I'd have to say yes on that one.
You are correct. He was convinced someone was stealing his socks, so he fired the entire crew.
No.
Sharon Osbourne had to step in and rehire all of them the next day because she's like, Ozzy, they're not stealing your socks.
And also, who's going to do your work for you now, sir?
You
can't be a one-man show.
You going to put those lights up, Ozzy?
Hell no.
You shaved your eyebrows on MTV. We can't have this. Well, I can't wait for the show on Saturday.
It's going to be so much fun. There's the global live stream happening, and so many bands are going to be paying tribute. It's just, I'm very jealous. We have a lot of friends with boots on the ground over there, and it's going to be so rad.
Every day I have a different friend posting on social media how they're getting on a plane to go, and I'm like, I cannot believe that. Like, it would be awesome to go, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But that's like a pretty penny. Ryan Castle, I have a couple of other buds, a couple bands. I met some dude at the last SOS Pro Wrestling show. He's like, hey, I'm taking my kid who's like 10 or something like that.
Oh, my
I was like, that's going to be, he's like, I'm going to be broke for like the next year and a half, but who cares? This is worth it.
Extreme FOMO over here.
Absolutely.
The Daily Migs Show.
Would you like to try and beat Steve Migs this morning? He has a record of 219 wins, 67 losses, and 54 ties in 2025. Call up now, 206-803-ROCK, if you think you can beat Migs at 650.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
I see this all the time. You got to turn on the spigot on your garden hose, and the only thing that's getting wet is your wall. What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When your pipes get leaky, you got to call Pinkies. Frost is no friend to your pipes. They corrode, they rust, they crack, they leak, and that's no good. Even worse, your sprinkler system bursts and your backyard becomes a pool. Call our guys at Pinkies Plumbing. Whether it's getting stinky or leaky, it's PinkiesPlumbing.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
This summer, chill out with Klosstaller, the original game changer in non-alcoholic beer. Whether you're into crisp and classic, bold IPA vibes, or that fresh grapefruit twist, Klosstaller's got a flavor to match your mood. And hey, want to ride with the pioneer of non-alcoholic beer in a new way? We're giving away a custom Klosstaller beach bike. Just text BIKE to 833-426-1559 for your chance to win. Klosstaller, natural brewing, refreshing living. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 21 plus only. Restrictions apply.
It's always been diet and exercise. Why not diet, exercise, brush, and floss? Or how about diet, exercise, brush, floss, and see your dentist for regular exams? It may not roll off the tongue, but there are far worse things that could be rolling off your tongue, right down to your heart. Like the very same bacteria that's linked to heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and more. And by the way, to find a dentist nearby, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and learn more about how oral health links to overall wellness so you can live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
At California Psychics, we know that sometimes you can wake up thinking,
I don't know if I'm in the right career. Or the right relationship.
But whatever your life dilemma, at California Psychics, we'll give you the guidance you need to feel certain about your life choices. And because we only connect you with the very best, we guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know Brandon from Tacoma is. Brandon, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Good morning to Brandon. And Steve, you got to get out of the studio now.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Brandon has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yeah.
How many rings are on the Audi logo?
4.
Yes. Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner is a line from what 80s movie?
Pass.
How many main types of fossil fuels are there?
1?
No.
2?
No.
3?
Yes. Which Midwestern state is home to the Mustard Museum?
Missouri.
No.
Pass.
What company put out the first commercially available video cassette tape in 1971?
Panasonic.
No.
Pass.
Which famous rapper died on September 13th, 1996?
Tupac.
Correct. What decade saw the popularization of the Charleston dance?
70s.
No.
80s?
No.
60s.
No. What is the more common term for hypoglycemia?
Diabetes?
No.
Pass.
It's okay, Brandon. It's okay. You got 3 correct.
All right. Great questions.
Thanks, Brandon. That makes me feel really good. But how good is Steve feeling? That's the real question. Steve, are you ready?
All right.
How many rings are in the Audi logo?
How many rings? 5?
No.
6?
No.
3?
No.
4?
Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner is a line from what 80s movie?
Oh, Dirty Dancing.
Correct. How many main types of fossil fuels are there?
How many main types? 2?
No.
3?
Yes. Which Midwestern state is home to the Mustard Museum?
Midwestern state. Illinois.
No.
Ohio.
No.
Nebraska.
No. What company put out the first commercially available video cassette tape in 1971?
Video cassette tape. What company?
Yeah.
Zenith.
No.
Kodak.
No.
Maxwell.
No. Which famous rapper died on September 13th, 1996?
Tupac.
Yes. What decade saw the popularization of the Charleston dance?
40s?
No.
30s?
No.
20s?
Yes. What is the more common term for hypoglycemia?
Diabetes?
No.
Hypoglycemia. Goosebumps?
No.
The chills?
No. Which continent is the driest?
Africa.
No.
Antarctica.
Yes. Steve, you got 5 correct, and that is a win. 5-3. Sorry, Brandon.
That's all right. Great job, Steve.
You too, my man. Have a great day. And a happy 4th.
I'm the best.
The Midwestern state where you will find the Mustard Museum is Wisconsin. You were in the right vein when it came to the first available video cassette tape. It was Sony.
So I was just trying to think of other brands that had VHS tapes and things like that.
Oh,
yeah.
Zenith. What a good call out.
Zenith was like the Cadillac of TVs back in that day.
And the more common term for hypoglycemia is low blood sugar.
Low blood sugar.
Great work, though. We've got 2 more opportunities for people to play at 7:50 and 8:50 this morning.
I don't know if it was great, but I got through it.
You did.
Yes.
Good job.
The Daily Migs Show.
We have a new feature on the Odyssey app, and it's very easy to leave us a voice message. Every day, we get these great messages on there, Steve, and some have been very interesting.
Somebody's got an issue with chores involving their hands, and another person wants to talk some Ozzy Osbourne.
We're going to slide into our VMs after Lenny Kravitz.
Something got you bent, and now you need to vent, or you did something bad and you need to repent? Well, slide into our VMs.
Yeah, baby, it's time to slide into our VMs. On the Daily Mix Show.
It would be so awesome if you would just leave us a voice message from time to time, and you can head over to the Odyssey app and do it. It's free to download to your smartphone. Steve, What is the situation this morning?
The situation is Ozzy Osbourne. Are you ready for our first voice message through the Odyssey app?
You know it.
Hey, Tyron, Migs, Danny. Saturday's Ozzy's last show. If you're picking one song that you definitely want to hear Ozzy perform live, which song is it? For me, No More Tears. The song is so fucking good.
That is a great choice.
I do like the editorial.
The song is so fucking good.
Oh, the bass line on this song is so effing good. That's such a good song.
Song is so good.
I feel like Ozzy is on the mind with so many people right now.
Oh, for sure.
I hope he. Yeah, I hope he plays that one. Ozzy's probably only going to do like 4 songs, 5 songs. I don't know if that's going to be the one that he's going to play. But
I'd be
bet
very
a band
curious.
will play it.
Oh, for sure. I'd be very curious to know what ones Ozzy would pick for himself. You know, it'll be neat to see.
Okay, to go in line with the voice message, if you were in charge of Ozzy's set list, what song do you want Ozzy to perform?
I've always been such a big fan of the song Perry Mason.
Perry Mason.
Yes.
Is that a Sabbath song or an Ozzy
No,
song?
that's an Ozzy song from like the mid-90s.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that this song was called Perry Mason.
Yeah.
Good pick.
I never listened to this enough.
And here's always... Okay, sorry. I had to give you that moment there. He's always surrounded himself with so many great musicians.
Oh, my
too.
gosh, yes.
That's a great example of that. Danny, if you were... I know you're not probably a big Ozzy fan.
No.
Okay. But if you had to pick your favorite Ozzy song, what would you go with?
Well, the 3 Ozzy and Black Sabbath songs I know, I'd probably just go with Crazy Train. When did this song come out?
Dude, this 80s?
Okay.
Well, it was when Randy Rhoads was still alive.
Yeah, it's got to be I would think 1980.
Yeah, I'm thinking that as well. Exactly 1980. Yep.
Wow. I mean, yeah, every time I hear it like at a sports game or something like that, I'm like, all right, let's go.
It fires you up real nice.
Yeah. Also, I mean, just the intro to that song alone gets you like ready to go.
Yeah, they play this at the Kraken game, and I'm like, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Okay, Steve, do you have a pick then?
I do. Mine's not Ozzy. It's Black Sabbath.
Oh, throwing it back.
This was the first Black Sabbath song I ever heard. My brother introduced me to Black Sabbath and marijuana. He didn't do that part.
I had a feeling.
Although I do remember when I finally did smoke weed, it was like a goal. I need to smoke weed while listening to Sweet Leaf by Black Sabbath, because as a kid, I had no idea what the hell he was talking about. I thought he just like the leaves on a tree.
Yeah, so sweet.
Yeah, or like maybe that's like a type of a drink.
I mean, I feel like that was the way it was meant to be enjoyed, listening to the sweet sounds of Black Sabbath.
Still my favorite part of this song, when he just makes it so obvious he likes weed when he goes, I love you. Like, this is a love song to weed.
Yes.
Here it comes. That's so great. We got one more voice message. This one also about Ozzy Osbourne. If I can find it. Where did it go? I think I lost it. Oh, well, that's just great. There it is.
Wanted to say I am so jealous of everyone going to the final Ozzy show. It seems like it's every band I've ever wanted to see or been a fan of. Just makes me really sad that I can't go, but stupid work. Got me thinking, though, is there any band or like tour or festival that you really wanted to go to but just couldn't make it happen? And did you have FOMO after? Did you just hate yourself for not going?
He sounds very sad. Like, maybe you should just go, buddy.
Just go.
It's not that far.
There's still time. There's always a way in.
Yeah.
I really just want to buy tickets right now and go, but here we are.
Like $3,000. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not like you're just like picking up and going, calling a day off from work and going to White River Amphitheater.
I mean, I guess for me, there was a time that, Primus will play these New Year's Eve shows down at the Fox Theater, and we were going. We had tickets, we had plans to go, and then our life kind of got shifted, and we didn't get to go. And then I remember looking at the set list from that year, and it was like, if I could have crafted the perfect Primus set list, that's what they played. And so I was like, damn it!
I missed out on this.
Just go to the show.
I think when it was like high school, it was kind of like a festival. It was really the Red Hot Chili Peppers went on tour, but they brought on tour with them Pearl Jam.
Oh.
And I think the tour had the Pumpkins with them at that time. It was, and I remember, I gotta go. And one of the rare instances where I was not being good and I got in trouble with my parents and they're like, you're not going to the concert. Not that I even had tickets yet.
Oh.
Like I was hoping they would buy me the tickets because I was broke. And looking back on it, that would have been so awesome to see, like Pearl Jam during that first tour, the Chili Peppers during, I think it was maybe during like the Mother's Milk tour, and then the Smashing Pumpkins, and they're all those bands like when they were young and just going for it.
And as we've heard from your mom many times, you were a good boy. If only you were just a little bit more good, you would have been there.
If I was gooder, I would have
gooder.
seen Pearl Jam.
The Daily Migs Show.
We have the next stop on the Men's Room World Tour planned, and Bremerton, we're coming for you. It's at the Tracyton Movie House on Saturday, July 19th from 2 until 5, and we've got live music from Woodshed happening that day, plus all the delicious Men's Room food and drinks will be there, and you get to hang out with the guys. So get all the details and tell your friends at KISW.com. Travis Barker has revealed that he owns one of the 10 very rare Liquid Death cans that are sealed with Ozzy Osbourne's DNA.
I remember when we talked about this, we're like, who the hell is going to get this? It's got to be somebody with deep pockets that doesn't, that has like FU money, doesn't care. And then Travis Barker would definitely fit that criteria.
I mean, he does have that kind of money, but they were selling for only $450.
Only.
It's a steal of a deal. And autographed by Ozzy himself. So, I mean, I would say like the autograph of Ozzy Osbourne is probably worth nearly that.
And if you've ever been to a grocery store, Liquid Death is not cheap. It's only like $10 more than just a retail value.
Well, if you don't remember what the Liquid Death commercial sounded like and what Ozzy did as part of it, this is what it was.
There will never be another Ozzy Osbourne unless you have his actual DNA. Introducing infinitely recyclable Ozzy by Liquid Death. These cans have each been drunk by Ozzy himself. And each can contains trace DNA from Ozzy's saliva, as well as his handwritten signature. Once technology and federal law permits, you can replicate Ozzy and enjoy him for hundreds of years into the future. So get your can of infinitely recyclable Ozzy. No, this is not a joke. There's only 10 available. Act now.
Now I'm kind of curious who the other 9 are.
And I'm also kind of wondering why $450. I'm betting they could have probably charged more than that.
You think?
Yes. For like a super fan that would be interested in owning someone's DNA, yes.
I think you might be alone on that island in this room.
God.
Yeah, right, Dan? I mean, I don't think that. I think $450 seems a little overpriced, personally.
I also wonder, too, like, did Travis Barker actually pay for it? Or if they just, like, sent him it as kind of like, hey, man, will you post about this?
They gave him
you know what I mean? Like,
homie hookup.
We're trying to sell the other 9 and nobody's buying them.
No one wants these.
Come on, you got that Kardashian money. You could buy one, can't you?
Yeah.
That's such a strange thing. Although if I'm Travis Barker, I would definitely put that on display.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if I'm Travis Barker and still married to my wife, I'd probably keep it in the garage, like all the other stupid stuff that I own.
Okay, what's the stupidest thing that you own right now? The strangest, I should say, strangest thing.
I've been racking my brain trying to think of do I have something on that level? I have like a lot of like keepsakes from like old dogs. Like I still have their leashes.
Oh yeah,
which is the dog tags. Like I still have.
That's too weird.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe to fellow dog enthusiasts, it's not that weird. But it's like I'm not even using that leash. It's like, that was OG Lucy's leash. We can't use that.
It's special.
What about you?
Ooh, well, we have this. It's a coat rack, but it's taxidermied deer hooves.
Where did you find this?
Somebody made it for my husband, and it hangs in our shop. So it has 2 like deer hooves that are pointed upwards off of this little mount, and you can hang your coats on it.
Danny, what about you? Do you have anything that's taxidermied?
No. Honestly, I was trying to think. I think somewhere at my mom's house speaking of DNA from a rock star, I think I still have a water bottle that Dexter Holland from The Offspring threw out from like Warped Tour 2005.
And so for the rest of the concert, you're just holding this water bottle?
Yeah, I kept it for a long time, and but I don't know where it's at. But I'm pretty sure it's like somewhere like buried away at my mom's house.
I don't know why that just made me think of. I don't know if you follow. I think it's called like the Hard Times Instagram page.
Oh, of course.
It's like kind of like a satire page about music, and they did one yesterday. They're like, let's celebrate the D-bag that buys a band T-shirt early in the set and then holds it for the rest of the night, still in like the rolled up T-shirt. Like, I was like, I didn't know that was a bad thing. All of a sudden,
what else are you supposed to do?
I guess put it on or wait till the end of the show and buy the shirt.
Might be sold out.
I don't know why I'm just picturing Danny at the Offspring show just holding this water bottle. Like, let's go, guys.
Well, I think in my mind I was like, I'm going to eventually get him to autograph and I'm going to keep it forever.
Yeah.
Can I dime out my mom really quick on some weird stuff that she's saved over the years?
No, I would never let you do something so mean to Rosalie.
My mom is a saver of things, including she had the umbilical cords of all four of us and like all of our baby teeth. And I think even our wisdom teeth.
A lot of people keep the teeth stuff. I don't hear very often people keeping the umbilical cord. Aren't we supposed to eat it like I did? You ate it? I'm kidding. I didn't. I heard stories of people doing that.
Oh, God.
So mom kept that?
Yeah.
Where does she keep it? Like in a book?
I think it was just in like this little, kind of chest, a little like mini treasure chest of weird treasures from her children.
Does she ever pull that out, like, and show it to you guys?
I mean, yeah, they just look like little, like shriveled up raisins now. It's like really, really gross.
I mean, if I'm hanging out with you and your family and your mom's like, hey, I want to show you something, I'm going to just run.
Like, I don't want your umbilical cords, Rosie.
I don't need to see this.
No.
The Daily Migs Show.
Migs, I'm pretty sure that our listeners have saved some strange things over the years, don't you think?
Oh, positive.
So what is the strange thing that you are still holding on to? 206-803-ROCK is the number to call. What is that strange thing that you own? 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Ozzy Osbourne.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
You don't just live in your home. You live in your neighborhood as well. So when you're shopping for a home, you want to know as much about the area around it as possible. Luckily, Homes.com has got you covered. Each listing features a comprehensive neighborhood guide from local experts. Everything you'd ever want to know about a neighborhood, including the number of homes for sale, transportation, local amenities, cultural attractions, unique qualities, and even things like median lot size and a noise score. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
We have learned recently that Travis Barker is one of 10 people to own a rare liquid death can that is sealed with the DNA of Ozzy Osbourne.
Just in time for Ozzy's show, Travis Barker plans on cloning him.
So we want to know, what is the strangest thing that you own? 206-803-ROCK. Birdie, you are in Belfair. What is the strangest thing that you own?
Hello. I actually have a collection of animal bones in my possession.
Wait, how have you acquired the bulk of these bones?
Well, the first one was about 10 years ago at my original stomping grounds. I found a deer carcass that a hunter had left behind, and they had only taken the antlers, so the rest of it was there. So I buried it, and I dug it up a couple months later to get the bones, and I currently now have a coyote and 2 elk heads on my property that I plan on digging up soon.
Birdie, a quick question for you. Do we need to know anything else about you when the news or the authorities contact us? She was a quiet woman.
Just using these bodies as art or as like turning them into tools and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's how Dexter started too.
What is of all the bones that you collected? What is like your favorite one, or maybe the most unique one?
My favorite's the knee bone.
I have a cow skull that I painted on really cool, and that he has little antler or his horns are sticking out, and I think he looks really cool.
Okay, that does
I could
sound
rock
kind
with
of cool.
that for
sure. That seems kind of weird, but cool.
Thanks, Birdie. Rock on.
So he says, my grandfather's dentures. He was my hero, and now I have his smile forever from our friend Cozy.
Oh, my gosh.
Where are you putting these things?
In his mouth.
I was thinking like he has like a mannequin, and he replaced.
Oh, my gosh.
It's Grandpa's smile right there.
206-803-ROCK. Jay, you're on Mercer Island this morning. What is the strangest thing that you own?
I own a little brass lighter. It's a refillable lighter, and it's Saddam Hussein's head.
Okay.
Where did you get that?
The Saddam Hussein store.
I have no idea. I've had it forever. I had a roommate that worked at Goodwill, and he would always bring stuff home. I think that's where it came from.
Yeah, I would have like so many questions of like, is it a novelty lighter? Was it because I mean, maybe it was something made in honor of Saddam Hussein and his country. You kind of like, where did this even get made from?
Yeah, there's no maker's mark that I can find on it. It's wild, and he's got the beret. There's a little, it's like one of those little kind of, table side lighters.
Classic Saddam.
No, he's not. You refill it with Zippo fluid, and yeah, I have no idea where it came from.
Is he smiling in this, or is it like, is he looking like serious Saddam Hussein?
It's full on like, dictator portrait.
Okay, so it's probably not a novelty thing.
What was that?
It's probably not like a novelty thing, like mocking him. It's like
like it's brass. You can feel the weight,
That is wild.
I bet that's a conversation starter when anyone's like, hey, does anyone have a light? And I was just picturing at first that like the fire comes out of his mouth.
Oh my God.
Somebody says, speaking of taxidermy, you mentioned how you have, what is it, a coat rack?
A coat rack made of legs.
Somebody has, I bought a taxidermy squirrel holding a miniature martini glass at a garage sale. His name is Reginald.
I mean, how can you not buy that at a garage sale?
Little Reggie. Another person says, I have a taxidermy pufferfish wearing sunglasses and has a, what do they go to the same place? It has a tiny cowboy hat.
That is awesome.
And Danny, you'll like this one. I have a broken guitar pick. I caught it at a Sum 41 show back in 2003.
It'd go with my broken guitar that I have from the Ataris.
Wait, did they break it?
Yeah. So it was Chris Rowe from the Ataris played like a parking lot one time, and after the show, he smashed the guitar. My ex-girlfriend in high school, she thought I would enjoy it, so she bought it from somebody who got the guitar, and it's completely just smashed to pieces. But he signed it, and it's somewhere at my mom's house.
Oh, I was going to say, do you have it like on like a wood board framed or something along those lines?
I probably should have done that, but no, it's just at my mom's house.
There's still
unframed, yeah, somewhere.
I do love this person said that pic, they have it framed. Did they just have like a little
baby?
I'm picturing like a little tiny frame. I'm sure he's got like a picture of them with the frame or something along those lines, but that would be so funny, like have little tiny guitar pick frames.
I bet they probably sell something like that.
Do you have any guitar picks?
Oh, I think I have like a Jerry Cantrell pick. Yep. God, I can't remember off the top of my head what else we have, but we've got a lot of random music memorabilia.
I have two guitar picks that I know. I've had a few other ones, but the ones that will forever stay with me. When my buddy Craig and I went to see KISS, the last tour over at Climate Pledge Arena, and Craig Gass found us, snuck us 10 rows back. But when he first showed up and said hi to us, Craig Gass, being the baller that he is, just pulls out a Gene Simmons guitar pick and gives it to me. And I'm like, dude, thank you. So that one I think is pretty cool. But the one that I'll forever remember, and I mentioned it just yesterday, we talked about how I did that stage announcement at the Metallica concert at Lumen Field. And that was such an insane experience. After I finished the stage announcement, I remember getting off the stage and the manager of Metallica, like their main manager guy, came over to thank me. He's like, you did a great job, and hands me a Metallica guitar pick. And I'm like, I don't even know if this is like belonged to any of the members personally, but it was just like a cool moment that I'll forever remember why I got that guitar pick.
Next level.
Yeah. And I sold it on eBay for $50.
Of course.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. The Daily Migs Show.
How would you like to beat Steve this morning? And were you, by any chance, tuned into the men's room at 5:40 yesterday to hear that cheat sheet with 3 correct answers for the upcoming game? Steve, your record is 220 wins, 67 losses, and 54 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK is the number to call if you think you can beat Migs at 750.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
I see this all the time. You got to turn on the spigot on your garden hose, and the only thing that's getting wet is your wall. What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When your pipes get leaky, you got to call Pinkies. Frost is no friend to your pipes. They corrode, they rust, they crack, they leak, and that's no good. Even worse, your sprinkler system bursts and your backyard becomes a pool. Call our guys at Pinkies Plumbing. Whether it's getting stinky or leaky, it's PinkiesPlumbing.com.
Hey, I'm gum disease. You may know me by my formal name, periodontal disease. No? I can't believe this. No respect. Same story everywhere I go. Over half of all adults in America live with me, and they act like they don't even know I exist. I mean, come on. Whole body health? I am gum disease. I am literally linked to almost every major disease. Diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You can't just ignore me.
Find a dentist near you committed to caring about all of you. Visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today.
At California Psychics, we know some people can't read the career warning signs, like your boss still not knowing your name.
You, Tina, Lisa, Sheila, whatever. Get that report to me by lunch, okay? It's Carrie, ma'am. Just get it done, Terry.
So talk to California Psychics and receive the career guidance you need. We only connect you with the very best, so guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
Look around. What do you see? Cars, lots of them. And guess what? They're probably on AutoTrader. Whether you're into timeless classics or the latest trends. Did somebody say solar-powered, eco-friendly, vegan leather-wrapped, aromatherapy-scented, disco ball-equipped self-driving car? If you see it on the road, you can likely find it on AutoTrader. Big cars, small cars, blue cars, new cars and used cars, electric cars, and one day, maybe even flying cars. With millions of options to choose from, buying a car becomes a whole lot easier. See it, find it. AutoTrader.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who is ready to beat Migs? I know Robert from Marysville is. Robert, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Robert, were you listening to the men's room at 5:40 yesterday to get the cheat sheet?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was. I'm looking at the answers right now.
Oh, come on, Robert. Baby. You crumble up those answers and throw them away.
Not a chance, Steve.
All
This
right,
is my first
Steve.
time getting through, and I'm going for it.
That's my guy right there.
I respect that.
All right, Steve, get out of here.
Bye-bye.
If you're playing along at home, Robert has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's go.
What does ETA stand for?
Estimated time of arrival.
Yes. How many lanes does a standard Olympic swimming pool use during competition?
How many what?
Lanes.
10.
No.
5.
No.
6.
No. What toy was a gel-filled muscular man wearing a black Speedo?
Stretch Armstrong?
Yes. Which of the Hawaiian Islands is the furthest south?
Oh, gosh. Oahu.
No.
Honolulu.
No.
The Big Island.
Yes.
I don't know.
Which TV show featured the fictional Water Buffaloes fraternity?
Flintstones.
Yes. There are more than 7,000 varieties of which fruit?
Apple.
Correct. In which decade was the first electric guitar made?
50s?
No.
40s?
No.
60s?
No. In the 1995 movie Babe, what Christmas carol does the pig sing?
Jingle Bells?
Correct. How many points are on the Statue of Liberty's crown?
5.
No. But you did just fine, Robert. You got 6 correct. And that cheat sheet was quite helpful, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Steve is back in the room, but is he ready? Yeah, Daddy, let's go! What does ETA stand for?
Estimated time of arrival.
Yes. How many lanes does a standard Olympic swimming pool use during competition?
6.
No.
9.
Nice, but no.
10?
No. What toy was a gel-filled muscular man wearing a black Speedo?
Stretch Armstrong.
Yes. Which of the Hawaiian Islands is the furthest south?
Kauai?
No.
Kihei?
No.
Maui?
No. Which TV show featured the fictional Water Buffaloes fraternity?
Which TV show?
Mm-hmm.
Married with Children.
No.
The Flintstones.
Yes. There are more than 7,000 varieties of which fruit?
Apples.
Yes. In which decade was the first electric guitar made?
Which decade? The 50s?
No.
40s?
No.
30s?
Correct. In the 1995 movie Babe, what Christmas carol did the pig sing?
Jingle Pigs? Jingle Bells.
Yes. How many points are on the Statue of Liberty's crown?
7.
Yes. What is the last name of the brothers who founded AC/DC?
Young.
Yes. Steve Migs, with that, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 correct, and that is a win.
Let's
8
go.
to 6. Sorry, Robert.
Yeah, well, you just didn't hit my areas of expertise.
Hey, I'll work on that for next time,
In all
Robert.
fairness, you had 3 of the answers taken care of for you, though.
But you know what? That was his first time playing.
That is fair.
I'm proud that he had the confidence to call and give it a try.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
Feels extra special winning when someone has the cheat sheet.
Oh, look at you. You're just unstoppable right now.
I don't even need this coffee anymore.
The number of lanes that a standard Olympic swimming pool uses during competition, 8. And the Hawaiian island that is the furthest south, our buddy Robert guessed it correctly, the Big Island.
Oh, okay.
Yes. But Steve, that was a very wonderful job you just did. Congratulations.
Thank you, Taryn.
The Daily Migs Show. Daily Migs Show.
Are you a lover of the music of Ozzy and Black Sabbath? If so, call now. And the number is 206-803-ROCK. We want to see just how big of an Ozzy fan you actually are. 206-803-ROCK. We'll take your calls after AC/DC. Coming up on Saturday, it'll be the final show for Ozzy Osbourne and the final show for Black Sabbath. So we put together a list of some of Ozzy's finest work as both a solo artist and as part of Black Sabbath. And these are all based on just, how popular they are, what kind of legacy these songs have. Very well known by the
Streaming,
fans.
and these are the most popular. I mean, obviously, you could have an argument over which one should be in it, but I think most people would agree that these are like Ozzy's most popular works of art.
Absolutely.
And, as we all know, Ozzy is really for the children.
Of course.
So we figured how we'll do this is we'll explain the song to our rockaholics as if we're talking to a 5-year-old, and they have to guess what Ozzy song it is.
I love it.
Okay.
We've got Matt from Tacoma on the phone. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, you guys. How are you?
Doing great, man. Are you a big Ozzy fan?
Yeah, love him.
All right, here is your description. At night, when the moon is big and bright, a man turns into a big fuzzy monster who howls like a puppy. People are scared of him, but really, he just loves running through the woods and singing under the moonlight. What song is that, Matt?
It must be Bark at the Moon.
Well, the first cassette tapes I ever purchased in my
Really?
life was Ozzy Osbourne's "Bark at the Moon" after seeing it on MTV. That and Rockwell, Somebody's Watching Me. So I was halfway right when it came to my musical taste.
Matt, you want to play another one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go. Imagine a super fast, wacky train that zooms through the sky and goes all aboard before it takes off. It's a wild ride for people who feel a little silly or different, and they're all just having fun together. What song is that, Matt?
That's really tough, but it must be Crazy Train.
Matt, if you had to pick one song you would want to see Ozzy do, and he's not going to do a lot of songs at this big tour or this big show, but what one would you love to see Ozzy on vocals one more time?
I want to A Fool Like You off of The Ultimate Sin.
Awesome.
Oh, wow. Okay. I wonder if any of the bands are going to do that. That'd be pretty sweet.
Love it.
Thanks, Matt. We also have Jesse from West Seattle on the phone. You there, Jesse?
Yes, I am.
All right, and you're a big Ozzy fan yourself?
Of course.
All right, we're going to do this description as we're reading it to a 5-year-old, and you have to guess the song. This song is about a man who feels really, really confused and sad, and he doesn't know why. His brain feels all jumbly, like a puzzle with missing pieces, so he sings really loud and fast to let his feelings out. What song is that, Jesse?
That would have to be Diary of a Madman.
Ooh, good guess, but that's not the one that we were thinking of.
Oh, no. Of course. All right, we're going to do this. What was it?
Little paranoid action right there. But that's a good guess, Diary of a Madman as well. I mean, both apply.
Hey, no, dude, that's what I am.
All right, Jesse, we've got another one for you if you're up for it.
Of course.
There's a robot man who comes from the future to help people, but no one listens to him. That makes him really mad, so he stomps around with his big, loud feet and makes everything shake. But really, he just wanted to be a hero. What song is that, Jesse?
That would be Iron Man.
Okay, you got time for one more?
Real quick, one more, Jesse. Here we go.
You betcha.
This one's about some bad guys who make other people fight while they just sit around being greedy. But guess what? One day the sky gets mad and says no more and sends a big, loud storm to teach them a lesson. What song is that, Jesse?
That'd be Fire in the Sky.
Again, a great guess, but no.
Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh, Lord, yeah.
As we've learned, Ozzy is for
the children.
Migs Show.
A museum and art gallery in the UK put on an Ozzy exhibit, which was super cool. And of course, Sharon Osbourne was there.
She cut the ribbon and everything.
But many are commenting on Sharon's appearance, how she's looking these days. So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
Ahead of Ozzy's final show with Black Sabbath, back to the beginning, there's this museum and art gallery in the UK that put on an Ozzy exhibit, which is super cool.
Yeah, they piggyback on it. I wonder, like, when Ryan gets back, we'll have to ask him if, like, they just really decked it all out with a bunch of Sabbath and Ozzy stuff around the area where the concert's happening.
There's so much buzz happening over there. And Sharon Osbourne, of course, she's there. She does the rope cutting and everything. And this is her cutting the ribbon for the opening of the exhibit.
She sounds really fired up.
Very enthusiastic.
Here we go. I would be so excited to cut a ribbon for any. It doesn't matter what the exhibit is for. It could be the opening of a brand new porta potty. if I could do the ribbon cutting ceremony with the big scissors.
Steve, I think we can arrange that for you.
Yes.
Well, many people are commenting on Sharon's appearance, how she's been looking lately. So we're going to go straight to the comments.
Now, before we even get to the comments, have you seen the picture of her recently?
I have.
And I was like, whoa. And at least I give her credit. Because I'm not here to judge anybody. If you want to use plastic surgery, by all means, do whatever you want. But I mean, it does seem like she's fallen victim to what a lot of people do. Is I think they lose sight of how much plastic surgery they're doing. She even joked about it, saying, "I think I have no more skin left to pull."
Oh my god!
Because she was talking about just her facelift and things, and the lip plumping and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So some of the comments are definitely about her appearance, and we figured who better to read them than her husband himself. Ozzy Osbourne. So we have Robot Ozzy.
Do we need a translator?
In some of these situations, I might need to translate if I remember even what the comment said. Are you ready for the first comment about Sharon and Ozzy, the Osbournes?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Sharon is literally the worst thing that ever happened to Ozzy. Hashtag Yoko Sharon.
Oh.
That sounds a lot like Ozzy, too.
I just made my mind when I was from
Yoko Sharon?
That's brutal.
I don't know. I'll say my opinion in a little bit, but here's our next comment.
Only on Facebook can you have an ugly-ass woman that look like mutants commenting on another person's looks.
I agree with that. It is always like the people who don't even have a profile picture that like to make fun of other people's looks.
Yeah, show yourself.
I always thought that was funny. Like, I mean, we're on the level of the Osbournes, but every once in a while someone would like take a shot of how I look, and then I'll click on their profile, just say, I'm like, what are we working with here? And there's not a single picture. It's like pictures of their kid, pictures of flowers, pictures of like a cartoon character. And I'm like, if you're that insecure about showing your own face, maybe you shouldn't be making fun of other people's.
100%.
When did Sharon Osbourne become skeletal?
Okay.
I mean,
Ozzy, like that's rude.
She's been a little skeletal-y for a while now.
Yeah. I mean, between age and the
Ozempic.
Okay, yes.
Some just don't know when to stop. Try and get old gracefully.
It's a little too late now.
Yeah, the toothpaste is out of the tube, man.
Yeah. I do wonder about that with so many people when, like, obviously a lot of celebrities, but I would imagine anyone who has the money to keep getting plastic surgery. Like, at what point do you, like, do you not, I guess maybe your mind just thinks it looks a different way. I mean, you hear about body dysmorphia.
Oh, for sure.
And I could totally get that is something that the mind does play tricks on you. But, man, it's just like when we see it as an outsider, it's just like this isn't, I think you would have been better just growing old.
Graceful,
yeah.
How in the does Ozzy look better than Sharon now?
Okay, Ozzy.
Well, I mean, I think that's a little extreme.
We got one more comment.
After this weekend, can we not see the Osbournes ever again? I feel like this weekend should be called Weekend at Ozzy's because she's been parading this dead guy around for years now.
Oh, rude. I will say, though, Sharon shows up. She's a hard worker. You know, that woman has been a manager. Like, she is just kind of a boss bitch. And I have a level of respect for that.
I'm glad you brought that. That was the part I was going to get to. I forgot. So thanks for saying that, because like when people are like, oh, she's like the Yoko. I'm like, you realize Ozzy probably would be dead
100%
if Sharon wasn't as, difficult or as like, overbearing as she was. I mean, I always hear the stories about the tour with Motley Crue, and they shared in interviews like these were two different tours. When Sharon wasn't around, Ozzy was off the rails. Like, he made Motley Crue look like choir boys, like good kids. And then when Sharon was there, when he was gone, then Ozzy, when Sharon was there, Ozzy was like on his best behavior. And I think like he would not be with us right now if it wasn't for someone that was so, strict, I guess, as Sharon Osbourne.
Long live Sharon.
Yeah, I don't have any hate for the woman. I mean, she's a businesswoman. And also, you think Ozfest would have happened if it wasn't for Sharon Osbourne? You think Ozzy's going to put together Ozfest?
You thank that woman.
Yeah.
The Daly Migs Show.
The Men's Room has another world tour planned for Saturday, July 19th, 2 until 5 o'clock. They're going to be heading to the Tracyton Movie House in Bremerton. And live music is on tap from Woodshed. Plus, they're going to have the Men's Room IPA and the Men's Room 20th Anniversary Lager. The beer brats from Uli's that are so good, the salsa. Get all the details at KISW.com.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, it's easy to connect to vibrant destinations across Europe. Whether you're sipping espresso in stylish Milan or raising a stein at Oktoberfest in Munich, Condor makes your journey just as enjoyable as your destination. With spacious cabins and relaxing service, your vacation starts the moment you board. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Look around. What do you see? Cars, lots of them. And guess what? They're probably on AutoTrader. Whether you're into timeless classics or the latest trends, did somebody say solar-powered, eco-friendly, vegan leather-wrapped, aromatherapy-scented, disco ball-equipped, self-driving car? If you see it on the road, you can likely find it on AutoTrader. Big cars, small cars, blue cars, new cars and used cars, electric cars, and one day, maybe even flying cars. With millions of options to choose from, buying a car becomes a whole lot easier. See it, find it. AutoTrader.
Don't fight insurance companies' loan. Insurance companies have their claims adjusters and their lawyers trained to tell you no and to give you less. At Palace Law, our trained staff and team of trial lawyers turn no into yes and less into more. For 30 years, our only duty is to hold insurance companies accountable and to get you every last dollar you're entitled. Fighting for the injured on the job and off the job for 30 years. PalaceLaw.com.
As you get ready to get out there and get after it, maybe you're going to go out there and give her. You might be curious what's happening out there in the world of pop culture.
Excuse me, what the hell's going on?
Get out there and give her.
Just give her.
Just give her.
Give her it.
And we're going to give you a little window into what's trending.
On the Daly Migs Show. Let's go. Let's go.
Yesterday, Sean Diddy Combs was found guilty of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. He's potentially facing up to 20 years in prison, and then was found not guilty of the more serious charges that involve sex trafficking and racketeering.
Okay.
So it was a very, split verdict, obviously, and had a great reaction from Combs.
He was
pretty excited.
He was fired up. He was thanking the jurors and everything. It was kind of weird.
Here is the lawyer speaking after the verdict.
They acquitted him of the sex trafficking, which he was absolutely innocent of. They acquitted him of the racketeering conspiracy that he was absolutely innocent of, and all of the components to it. The kidnapping, he was innocent of that. The arson, he was innocent of that. The obstructing justice, he was innocent of that. And that is no longer just me saying that. That is the verdict of our jury.
Putting out crappy music.
That he was absolutely innocent of.
Okay, good. Okay, I was making sure that as well. Did you see, though, how some people were celebrating?
Yeah, it was really off-putting.
It was just a weird thing. People were celebrating. He's still a piece of crap. Maybe not as big of a piece of crap as some maybe thought. And maybe even more of a piece of crap. We don't know. But people were outside the courthouse. And I'm not even making this up. They were squirting baby oil on each other.
Just not a great look.
As a tribute to his, what do they call the freak parties?
Yeah, the freak offs.
The freak offs. And people just squirting each other with baby oil.
Oh my God.
We live in a weird world,
We
man.
sure do.
People celebrating that kind of stuff. Although, I say we live in a weird world, but we also live in an awesome world. I don't know if you heard the latest news about our friends over at Chuck E. Cheese. Danny, you haven't heard this yet? No. This is right up our alley.
Buckle up.
I'm so excited.
I'm mad that it's not coming here just yet, but hopefully it does. So, of course, we know Chuck E. Cheese is meant for the children, but now there's Chuck, meant for the adults. They are making Chuck's Arcade. It's a new adult-friendly arcade. Not like that kind of adult-friendly, but place where you can drink some beer, play some video games. It's going to be in 8 states as of right now. I think they have 10 locations, not Washington, which is very unfortunate, but I think Florida, Connecticut, Oklahoma, New York, Georgia, Texas.
All right.
Is it going to be in Austin?
I hope so.
I don't know if they'll have it ready in 2 months when we go to our radio, or in a month when we go to our radio convention. But yeah, it's going to be games, offer classic games as well. They will have the Chuck E. Cheese figures, like the animatronic figures. They're not going to move, but I guess they're just there probably for Instagram pictures or things along those lines.
Epic nostalgia.
Pizza.
I love that.
Beer.
Steve is very excited about this.
We're going to Chuck's.
I will go all day long to Chuck's.
Beer and wine.
Oh my gosh, I'm in.
Let's get messed up at Chuck's.
Charlize Theron was on the Call Her Daddy podcast and was sharing something that has instantly gone viral.
We would name our show the Call.
Yeah, Daddy, let's go. She's 49 years old.
Okay.
And she shared that she had a one-night stand recently with a much younger man. This is her talking about her experience.
I don't have many of them. I'm sitting here sounding like I do. So when I do, I'm like, I should have done this in my 20s. Probably had 3 one-night stands in my entire life.
Wait, she's just now realizing how much fun one-night stands are.
Welcome to the party.
But I did just recently a 26-year-old, and it was really amazing.
How fired up are you if you're that 26-year-old? I feel like that gives him permission to brag about it to his friends.
I'm sure she taught him a few things, too. I mean, with experience comes, great responsibility.
Now, Grant, I am not a 26-year-old. Far from it. But if I had a one-night stand with Charlize Theron, it would be very hard to not share that with the world.
That is so awesome.
She's so hot.
She
Good
is
for her,
so gorgeous.
too.
I mean, and like fine wine that maybe is available at Chuck's, the new adult version of Chuck E. Cheese. She is so attractive. And I got to imagine that he's just like, it's me. She's talking about me, guys.
I did that.
Hey, I feel like if you worked in the restaurant industry, if Post Malone walks into your establishment, you have to be fired up. Not only because maybe you're a fan of his music, but because he's now become the notorious tipper guy.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's tipped like $20,000 to a waitress before, where like he went to a restaurant once and people at the restaurant covered his tab because they're fans of his music. And he's like, can you just charge me like $1 for a drink or anything? And then left like a $10,000 tip.
Dang.
Like, he's just that kind of a guy. Well, he showed up to a place in Phoenix, Arizona, went to a local dive bar and left a massive tip. I don't know exactly how much the tip was, but it was so generous that it covered the monthly bills for all 15 staff members at this bar.
Oh, okay,
Like,
that's pretty cool, Posty.
Yeah, even if you're not a fan of his music, I think the minute he walks into your restaurant or your establishment, you're like, yeah, Posty's here.
Dude, when I worked at that naughty car wash back in the day, I got a $20 tip once, and I thought it was like the greatest day of my life. That holds no candle to this.
And it was from Vanilla Ice, I heard.
Of course.
Okay, yeah.
The Daily Migs Show.
Do you think you could beat Steve Migs? If so, you want to play the upcoming game. His record is 221 wins, 67 losses, and 54 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We're going to play Beat Migs at 850.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
Whether you're injured on the job or off the job, Patrick Pallas of PallasLaw.com knows it's critical to have the best legal representation.
If you don't have an attorney and an insurance company makes you an offer, your case is worth more. I guarantee it. Insurance companies, this is their playbook. Make the offers quickly. They're simply taking advantage of people who need money or who don't know any better. At Palace Law, our job is to hold insurance companies accountable and to make sure that they do the right thing.
Contact PallasLaw.com today.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework. It's always been diet and exercise. Why not diet, exercise, brush, and floss? Or how about diet, exercise, brush, floss, and see your dentist for regular exams? It may not roll off the tongue, but there are far worse things that could be rolling off your tongue, right down to your heart. Like the very same bacteria that's linked to heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and more. And by the way, to find a dentist nearby, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and learn more about how oral health links to overall wellness so you can live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
This summer, chill out with Klostaller, the original game changer in non-alcoholic beer. Whether you're into crisp and classic, bold IPA vibes, or that fresh grapefruit twist, Klostaller's got a flavor to match your mood. And hey, want to ride with the pioneer of non-alcoholic beer in a new way? We're giving away a custom Klostaller beach bike. Just text BIKE to 833-426-1559 for your chance to win. Klostaller, natural brewing, refreshing living. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 21 plus only. Restrictions apply.
At California Psychics, we know that sometimes you can wake up thinking,
I don't know if I'm in the right career, or the right relationship.
But whatever your life dilemma, at California Psychics, we'll give you the guidance you need to feel certain about your life choices. And because we only connect you with the very best, we guarantee if your reading isn't life-changing, it's free. California Psychics. Call 1-800-PREDICT today and get 20 minutes for just $20.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
Hey, I'm gum disease. You may know me by my formal name, periodontal disease. No? I can't believe this. No respect. Same story everywhere I go. Over half of all adults in America live with me, and they act like they don't even know I exist. I mean, come on. Whole body health? I am gum disease. I am literally linked to almost every major disease. Diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You can't just ignore me.
Find a dentist near you committed to caring about all of you. Visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Thomas from Whidbey Island is. Thomas, are you there?
Hola, bitch, hola.
Hola. It's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Thomas has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
What Christmas character's eyes were made of coal?
Frosty.
Yes. What was the first sport played on the moon?
Golf.
Yes. In what ocean would you find the Cook Islands?
Pacific.
Yes, sir. What decade did the Guinness Book of World Records make its debut?
20s?
No.
30s?
No.
40s?
No. Dry ice is the frozen form of what gas?
Carbon dioxide.
Correct. Who played the lead role in The Mask?
Jim Carrey.
That's right. Who was the first U.S. president to appear on a coin?
Washington?
No.
Lincoln.
Correct. What is the 2-letter postal abbreviation for Delaware?
DE.
Yes. How many Seahawks have been on the cover of Madden?
2.
Yes. What classic rock band released the album Goat's Head Soup?
Pass.
That is the last question. Do you have a guess?
Led Zeppelin?
No.
Black Sabbath?
No.
The Who?
No. Man, you were right in there. You were very close. You know what? You scored 8, so I would be very proud of that.
Okay.
Look, I think Danny might even be rooting for Thomas.
No, let's not get crazy, Taryn. I'm just saying, I feel like no caller has gotten that many in a while.
Danny might be jumping ship and rooting for the Rockaholics,
No,
Steve.
he's just analyzing the game. He didn't show any bias. He's just spitting facts.
Yeah, I'm the analyst of Beat Migs.
Yeah.
Today.
Well, Steve, are you feeling ready?
Showtime.
What Christmas character's eyes were made of coal?
Oh, Frosty.
Correct. What was the first sport played on the moon?
The first sport would be golf.
Correct. In what ocean would you find the Cook Islands?
What ocean? The Pacific.
Yes. What decade did the Guinness Book of World Records make its debut?
40s.
No.
30s.
No.
20s.
No.
Damn.
Dry ice is the frozen form of what gas?
Methane.
No.
Carbon dioxide.
Yes. Who played the lead role in The Mask?
Eric Stoltz.
No.
Oh, Jim Carrey.
Yes.
Different mask.
Who was the first U.S. president to appear on a coin?
Washington.
No.
Lincoln.
Yes. What is the 2-letter postal abbreviation for Delaware?
DE?
Yes. How many Seahawks have been on the cover of Madden?
1.
No.
2?
Yes. What classic rock band released the album Goat's Head Soup?
Blue Oyster Cult?
No.
Frank Zappa?
No.
The Grateful Dead?
No. Steve, with that, you scored 8, and that is a really good score. But it's a tie. 8-8. Well done, Thomas.
Thank you. I couldn't beat him, but hey, I'll take a tie.
Next time. Very good. Okay, I think you guys, the 2 that you got wrong were the same 2 that Thomas got wrong.
Oh, really?
The Guinness Book of World Records debuted in 1950.
Okay.
And the classic rock band that released Goat's Head Soup, the Rolling Stones.
They named an album Goat's Head Soup?
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. I don't think I know any of these. I'm not
You don't know Angie.
Not that I know of. No, I don't think I do.
Those are some bangers, really.
In whose eyes? I'm sure they're great. I've never been like a massive Rolling Stones fan.
Have you seen them in concert?
I did. I saw a couple songs.
Yeah.
I went just so I could say I saw the Rolling Stones at Lumen Field. I think Dave Matthews opened, and it was fine. Like, I get why people like them. I'm just not that person.
No, well, at least you got to say you saw the Rolling Stones.
Yes.
And you tied it Beat Migs.
What a terrible name for that record.
The Daily Migs Show.
It is the end of an era. Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath are playing their final show this Saturday over in England. So pretty much every rock band has been invited to participate.
Except the Rolling Stones.
So we ended up coming up with some of the absolute strangest covers of the music of Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath. You're going to hear some of these after Nirvana. Bands are preparing for Ozzy's farewell concert, and Guns N' Roses was reportedly rehearsing some Black Sabbath back in Norway. They were sound checking Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. They're set to perform during the Back to the Beginning show.
I knew that Duff was going to be there. I heard that Slash. I didn't realize Guns N' Roses are going to be there as well. So how do we watch this again?
There's a live stream, a global live stream.
I kind of feel like I need to watch this.
It's going to be really rad.
I'm getting more and more fired up about this. I'm getting a little bit more jealous that Ryan Castle is there right now.
Yeah, we need to get some updates throughout the weekend because it's going to be so insane.
We already did get an update. He texted our production director, Jason, a picture of a Guinness. So he's already pre-funking.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Yes.
So, yeah, a lot of these bands are going to be performing these Black Sabbath classic songs that they grew up on, Ozzy classics. It's kind of exciting to know about.
And some of these bands are bands that have already covered the music of Black Sabbath. And I found some of them. Some of these artists are actually going to be there. Like, for instance, this first one, I found a bunch of different random covers of bands doing either Ozzy or Black Sabbath songs, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I want to see if you can figure out what band this one is. Because I remember hearing this when I first got this record from this band. They put it on their album, and I was like, ooh, what? Wow, this is not what I was expecting from this band. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. It almost gives like a vibe of like Alice in Chains covering it, but it's not Alice in Chains.
It sounds like Alice in Chains with a different vocalist than they've ever had.
And the vocalist is not known for singing at this kind of register. I believe it's off of their record Far Beyond Driven.
Oh, Pantera?
Yes.
What?
Planet Caravan.
Oh my gosh.
I remember getting that record and seeing that they're covering Sabbath, and I'm like, ooh, they're going to do like a metal version. And no, they kind of kept it trippy and like a chill vibe.
That was cool.
I like how Taryn looked at me like
Who
you
is
would
this?
Help me, Danny.
I have no idea.
Dave's like, it's Fall Out Boy. It's definitely Fall Out Boy. That sounds like Pete Wentz. All right, this one, actually, to give you a hint, a member of this band's performance of this song led to them getting a job working with Ozzy and performing with him as a part of his band.
Oh, okay. Is this one of your favorite bands?
Yes.
Is this Faith No More?
It is.
Yeah.
I love this cover. I love the drumming on this, and so did Ozzy. Ozzy saw them performing. Saw Mike Borden play the drums on this song and said, you know what, I need him in my band. And he actually ended up being one of Ozzy's drummers for a brief period, actually an extended period of time.
That is awesome.
Now, not all of them have been by metal bands. We've also had some weird covers. This one might be the weirdest. I don't know if you're going to be able to figure it out because it's done by a band that was kind of a one-hit wonder back in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Is that your sound? And they've actually covered a few Sabbath songs.
Is this Sixpence None the Richer?
No, but it's kind of around that time.
Oh, no. Oh, the Cardigans. Is it the Cardigans?
Yes.
Oh.
Was it the Love Me song?
Yes.
Isn't that weird?
That is so weird.
All right, one more for you. Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
This one might take the cake as the weirdest cover, and this one is of an Ozzy classic, not Black Sabbath. Are you ready?
Let's go.
It's Danny's favorite Ozzy song. We learned earlier.
It's not Pantera. Or Fall Out Boy. Is it a marching band?
No, it's kind of a loungy singer guy.
Crazy.
Is it like Brian Setzer or something?
Michael Bublé. No, I mean, you're going down the right road, but think older.
Millions of people.
He actually did a whole album of metal covers.
Frank Sinatra.
I mean, a little younger than Frank, but in that world.
I have no idea.
His name rhymes with Schmack Schmoom.
And forget how to
With what?
Schmack Schmoom.
Matt? No. What is it?
Pat Boone.
Pat Boone. Oh my God.
I don't even know who that is.
on a crazy train.
The Daly Migs Show.
Do you think you could name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus? We promise it won't be any of those weird covers.
It won't be Schmack Schmoom.
No, but if so, you could win tickets to see Volbeat with Hailstorm on July 21st at White River Amphitheater. Call 206-803-ROCK right now, and we will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
Hey, I'm gum disease. You may know me by my formal name, periodontal disease. No? I can't believe this. No respect. Same story everywhere I go. Over half of all adults in America live with me, and they act like they don't even know I exist. I mean, come on. Whole body health? I am gum disease. I am literally linked to almost every major disease. Diabetes, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You can't just ignore me.
Find a dentist near you committed to caring about all of you. Visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today.
I see this all the time. You got to turn on the spigot on your garden hose, and the only thing that's getting wet is your wall. What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When your pipes get leaky, you got to call Pinkies. Frost is no friend to your pipes. They corrode, they rust, they crack, they leak, and that's no good. Even worse, your sprinkler system bursts and your backyard becomes a pool. Call our guys at Pinkies Plumbing. Whether it's getting stinky or leaky, it's PinkiesPlumbing.com.
It's time for Hook or Shook, the game with absolutely no integrity. We'll play 1 second of a hook from a song, then you have to guess what it is. We'll bend the rules, pull out all the stops, and do anything to help you win. But you might just get shook, as one of us will play too and possibly cost you the game.
This week, we have been playing for tickets to see Volbeat with Hailstorm, and that show is going down at White River Amphitheater on July 21st. Say hi to Ken from Shoreline, who is our contestant this morning. What is up, Ken? Ken Dog.
Ken. Good talk, man. I hope
Ken.
Ken there?
Ken should be there.
Ken. It's awkward if I'm the only one chanting it.
Ken.
No, I'm not going to do it. No, I don't want to chant it.
I guess we got to hang up on Ken, and maybe we just play for caller 9.
Oh.
What do you think? I'll try one, you try one, and if we both get them right, caller 9.
All right.
Hold on 1 second. Let's see.
What's wrong, Dan?
Nothing.
What's wrong, Dan?
My computer's being weird.
Is everything falling apart right now? You know, our boss just came in and said we can leave after this break. Because I think everybody is shocked that we're even working today.
Nobody is here. It is a ghost town. The garage is empty.
I was going to say, the garage it's just, there's not a car other than ours down there.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else came to work except for us.
I know.
Yeah.
Can we do this, Danny?
Let's do it for caller 9.
Or we got to call her right now.
Let's see. Hold on.
I say just raw dog it. Just pick it up.
Okay.
Do it.
Hi, who's this?
This is Ken.
Ken, we almost gave the tickets to caller 9.
Oh, no. Yeah, I was waiting, and I got cut off as soon as we went to the segment.
Oh, no.
That was Danny's fault.
Well, let's spin this wheel, and we'll see who you're playing with. Will it be me or Migs teamed up with Ken from Shoreline?
Who's it going to be? Will it be T-Dog? Will it be Migsy? Will it be Ken? We don't know just yet, but... Ken, it's you and me. Let's win these tickets for you.
All right, Migs.
All right, Ken, here is your clip.
No clue.
Okay. This is something that people like to do during the Halloween season where they grab a certain gourd type thing and throw it on the ground for the band.
Smashing Pumpkins.
Boom. Okay. Now, the song title, I guess if you go back 1 year from 1980, it would be
1979.
Look, everyone else has called it a day and left work. My brain's still working.
You're killing it, Steve.
With great clues.
You got to win this for me, Steve. I'm the only one that you've ever sat on my lap and cried.
I sat on your lap?
And so did Danny.
Where?
Oh, I know who this
Is this Santa Claus?
It is.
Well, I'm sorry that, I thought I could hold my pee and I had an accident. It was very sad.
All right, Migsy, here is your clip.
Santa Claus not only going to the North Pole, but also going to see Volbeat and Hailstorm, because that is Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train.
Santa Claus loves Volbeat.
Yeah! Everybody knows that about him.
We're at the halfway mark. I think we're pretty close. I think it's right around like the halfway mark to Christmas,
Christmas
right?
in July, baby.
That's right. I'm on my vacay now.
Yeah, I was going to say, what do you have to do to prepare to be Santa Claus come December?
Chilling right now. Just chilling.
Just chilling. For the calm before the
Training,
storm.
eating cookies.
Yeah.
That's right. Riding my motorcycle.
Or reindeer.
The Daily Migs Show.
Have we talked about something this morning that you would like to talk with us about? Call in now. 206-803-ROCK is the number, and we will check in with the Rockaholics after Billy Idol. If there is something we have chatted about this morning that you would like to chat with us about, go ahead and give us a call. Or if you have something on your mind that you'd like to discuss with us, go ahead and give us a ring. We are checking in with the Rockaholics. 206-803-ROCK. Now, earlier this week, Steve, we learned about a party that's happening tomorrow down in Vancouver, Washington.
Oh, yes, we did.
And it's called the Gathering of the Dursty.
Baby.
And we have Michael in Vancouver, Washington, the owner of Vice Beer, on the line right now to talk about this Fred Durst-themed party where you guys are aiming to break the world record for the largest crowd dressed up like Fred Durst.
That's right.
Do you even, so what is the record? Is there a record, and what is the record number of Fred Durst that have been out there?
We actually had like an Instagram account get at us that was called like the Durst Gathering or something, and they got a little upset that we were doing this.
Come on.
But we looked at their photos of their gathering, and it looked like about 6 people. The bar is low.
Now, that might mean we might have the world record a few years ago, and we're not mad at all. We love the fact that you're doing this. Honestly, I think there's not a single band that the three of us on the show ever agree on liking together, except for Fred Durst and Limp Bizkit. I think that's the only one that we all see eye to eye on. But a few years ago, we had a party for the radio station, and we encouraged listeners to dress up as Fred Durst. I think we had like 15 of us, maybe 12 or 15 of us dressed as Fred Durst. So that might be the world record.
There you go. Yeah, well, we got a couple hundred people RSVP'd on like the socials, so we'll see what happens.
You guys are going to crush it.
And
That's amazing.
You guys even have a new beer that you've put out there that coincides with this. It's the Stay Dursty IPA, so anybody that is dressed up like Fred Durst will get their first pint free. Is that right?
That's right. Yep, I'm buying the first pint for anybody who's getting Dursty.
So have you heard from the Limp Bizkit camp or Fred Durst? Have any of them caught wind of what you guys are doing? And because I'd be freaking stoked if somebody made a beer named after me.
Right. No, that would be the dream. I haven't heard anything yet, but that'd be something.
Well, Michael, we would definitely want to catch up with you again on Monday, since tomorrow's the holiday and you got your party going on. We would love to check in with you on Monday and see if you guys actually get, a couple hundred Fred Dursties in the crowd.
Absolutely.
Right on. Good luck with him. We got to sample this beer at some point too.
Yeah. Right on. Yeah. Keep on rolling, guys.
Keep on rolling, partner. You know what time it is.
We are checking in with the Rockaholics, and Juan from Maple Valley. You want to give us an update on Egypt?
Yeah, I finally gave my son his present. It was 2 Saturdays. He didn't know he was going.
So how was the reaction? I got to imagine he was losing his mind.
Yeah, he was. Him and they're all his little friends. There was like 20 kids there. Then his cousins came. My mom and dad came up from Tucson.
So how did you go about giving the surprise? What was the method of delivery?
Oh, I had the itinerary, the thing that the lady from the travel agency gave me. And we just gave it to him in the card. Give him the card, just read it out loud, see what's going on.
Did you play Walk Like an Egyptian when you handed it to him or something like that?
No, but yeah, he was pretty stoked. That's pretty cool, his facial expression.
That's awesome.
And when is the actual trip taking place, Juan?
Excuse me?
When is the actual trip taking place?
In November next year.
That is amazing. My parents got me like a trip to New Jersey to see the Devils play a hockey game, and I thought that was cool. That doesn't even come
you
close.
guys have a happy 4th.
You too, Juan. Thank you so much.
Did you say we have a crappy 4th?
Happy.
I was like, damn, dude.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show.
What do you think is the greatest classic arcade game, Steve Miggs? Ooh. We're going to tell you the one that was voted number 1 at 9:50. Guys, I'm curious what you would say is the greatest classic arcade game of all time.
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Okay.
Or just Punch-Out before it became Mike Tyson's. Like
That's a good choice.
I love going to the arcade and playing that. What about you?
I would say Space Invaders for me personally. I was a Space Invaders freak.
Danny?
Pac-Man, of course.
Pac-Man.
Well, one of us said the right answer, which is the best classic arcade game ever. Just voted. It's Pac-Man.
Pac-Man.
I mean, you see that and you just have to play it.
Can you name the characters in Pac-Man?
No.
Inky?
Blinky. Oh.
Blinky, Pinky,
Dopey.
and Clyde.
And Papa Smurf. And Migs.
Nailed
Yes. I did look at some of the other ones that made the vote, like the top 10 or something. I picked a couple of them out. I wanted to play the theme song from the video game and see if you could guess which video game it is.
Okay, let's go.
All right, here we go.
Is that Link?
It's not Link.
Zelda.
Not Zelda. Think about arcades, like going to an arcade.
Oh, God.
Think about throwing barrels.
Oh, Donkey Kong.
Bam,
Really?
nailed it. Yeah. How about this one? Think about crossing the street recklessly.
What is that called? My brain isn't working.
With the frog.
Yeah,
Frogger.
Frogger.
There you go.
God.
And one more.
Tetris.
No.
Oh.
Think about the person that hangs out with Pac-Man.
Mrs. Pac-Man.
Or Miss Pac-Man. They're not official, are they?
Are they married?
I don't even know. I thought they were. Okay, one last one. I feel like this should be a no-brainer.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes. You got that
TMNT,
wrong.
baby.
I'm going to send you home.
The Daily Migs Show.
Bremerton, we're coming for you. The Men's
Bremelows.
Room World Tour. Oh, yeah, Bremelows invited for sure. Saturday, July 19th, the party is going down from 2 until 5 at the Tracyton Movie House. And we have all the details at KISW.com.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. There's a mom in Arkansas going viral because, well, she's in a little bit of trouble with the law. She told cops that she gave her 6-year-old daughter, again, 6 years old, a year older than Barrett, a year older than my daughter Tatum, some THC edibles. And the reason being, which makes sense, to discourage her from using marijuana.
Wow.
Here's a forensic chemist by the name of Bethany talking about the dangers of giving THC to kids because we needed somebody to tell us that it's dangerous to give THC to kids.
Most all the products are made for adults, so the dosages are going to be made for the adult body. So first of all, that's definitely going to cause an issue when you're giving it to a smaller body, a small child. It's going to be a higher dose than they could even tolerate. And then also with vaping and edibles, the percent of THC in a lot of the products on the market is much higher than what you would necessarily see in a marijuana cigarette. So again, you've got really high dosages there.
It was weird that time that you offered Barrett some THC and he said,
No.
God, I mean,
Still no.
And then you offered it to my daughter, and she's like,
So never say bitch?
Never say
Never
bitch.
say
And
bitch.
no THC until you're of age.
there are times, I mean, it's not THC, but like there are times I even get nervous. So sometimes like we get coffee.
Oh, sure.
And Tatum wants to take a sip of the iced coffee because she just and so she'll like lean in and take a sip. And I'm like, oh man, there's going to be a parent yelling at me because my kid's having caffeine, even though it's like a half of a sip. It's like, dude, chill out.
7 people were reported missing and are still unaccounted for after that huge explosion took place at a fireworks facility, a warehouse in California on Tuesday night. A lot of cities in the area had their fireworks stored there for their 4th of July celebrations, so a lot of those displays have been canceled because of that.
Damn.
These are people reacting to the explosion.
The whole house just started shaking and then shook again. We thought it was an earthquake.
Yeah, I was really scared when it first happened.
And the windows were just going back and forth. And my husband came running down the stairs. What was that? And I'm like, I don't know. Just a couple seconds later, there was another big explosion.
5 minutes and the next one hit 5 minutes again. And after that, that's when everybody started coming outside.
Crazy.
So scary and devastating.
Oh, absolutely. Mariners, big win yesterday. Dan, you're going to the game tonight, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
So be on the lookout for Danny V. Buy him a beer or 6. Get him some Moto Pizza or 5.
You know what? That's actually something that's really on my list tonight because we didn't get it the last time we went. Moto Pizza and crab fries.
Let's go.
The crab fries, let us know how those are.
Well, if I find them.
Okay, I think they're in like the 100 level somewhere. Julio
Outfield.
Rodriguez had a nice RBI single in the 7th inning, helping the Mariners. And Randy Arozarena, his bat has been alive recently. He had a couple of RBIs, including a solo home run. They beat the Royals 3-2. They're back at it again tonight. And also shout out to the man, the myth, the legend.
And big dumper.
That's right, Cal Raleigh. He's been named as American League starting catcher for the Major League Baseball All-Star Game, which is happening next week in Atlanta. He's also doing the Home Run Derby. Just having a monster season so far.
He's got a monster dumper on him.
He does have a monster dumper, or as Pat McAfee would say,
Big dumper. Cal Raleigh.
let's go Cal Raleigh. Let's go Mariners. And have a happy 4th of July, everybody.
Yeah.
The DMV is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. And that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with your morning 12 pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure. It's always been diet and exercise. Why not diet, exercise, brush, and floss? Or how about diet, exercise, brush, floss, and see your dentist for regular exams? It may not roll off the tongue, but there are far worse things that could be rolling off your tongue, right down to your heart. Like the very same bacteria that's linked to heart disease, diabetes, Alzheimer's, and more. And by the way, to find a dentist nearby, visit smilegeneration.com/confidence today and learn more about how oral health links to overall wellness so you can live longer, healthier, and happier with confidence unleashed.
I see this all the time. You got to turn on the spigot on your garden hose, and the only thing that's getting wet is your wall. What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When your pipes get leaky, you got to call Pinkies. Frost is no friend to your pipes. They corrode, they rust, they crack, they leak, and that's no good. Even worse, your sprinkler system bursts and your backyard becomes a pool. Call our guys at Pinkies Plumbing. Whether it's getting stinky or leaky, it's pinkiesplumbing.com.
Don't fight insurance companies' loan. Insurance companies have their claims adjusters and their lawyers trained to tell you no and to give you less. At Palace Law, our trained staff and team of trial lawyers turn no into yes and less into more. For 30 years, our only duty is to hold insurance companies accountable and to get you every last dollar you're entitled. Fighting for the injured on the job and off the job for 30 years. PalaceLaw.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.